I enjoy watching anime, but I don't enjoy watching all anime. I just enjoy watching a good anime. Is what I would say if I actually had good taste. Now, I've already talked about the shows that I really loved before, the ones that really deeply resonated with me, and finally the one that I just really had an amazing time watching. Yeah, I've only posted 2 videos so far on my channel. But obviously there are also the shows that I haven't explored on this channel yet. The terrible ones that are just way worse than horrendous, and also the ones that are kind of meh. The type of show that you forget about after a month of watching it. And there are also the endless number of anime that are just in between amazing, average, and terrible. There are an innumerable number of aspects that count to what make an anime good, or meh, or just downright trash, and anything in between. As you've probably heard a million times, I love Steins Gate and Clannad After Story. They're my 2 favorite anime series of all time. The intriguing plot and the interesting characters were the main reason why I really enjoyed these shows. I have made a full in-depth review on them, so check it out if you want. The link will be down in the description. I really liked how raw and complex the cast was in both anime, and I also loved how well it portrayed the real and harsh reality that the truth can sometimes be with their plots. The 2 shows are also great in the more technical aspects, if you will, which just pushes the ratings of these shows up even higher. Pacing, character development, endings, the journey, consistency are all also things that these anime excelled in. Each of the many popular anime are praised for some particular aspects that they really shine in. I think favorite shows are super dependent on someone's taste, with the few anime being the exception. Someone who has a completely different taste than mine would definitely not take Clannad After Story as their favorite show. If you instead value great endings the most, Code Geass might be your favorite show. If world building is what is most important to you, then the Attack on Titan franchise could be the anime you enjoyed most. The list goes on. Or on the contrary, there are also shows like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood which somehow manage to tick all the boxes of what makes an anime good. But even with that being said, I still don't think that there is an undeniably great anime. An anime can be somewhat analytically better than another show, but I think it really just all comes down to personal preference, or the timing of when they watched a particular show, or just really their current situation. In my case, Clannad After Story helped me realize the importance of family, and Steins Gate just somehow perfectly fits my taste. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is, for what it's worth, technically better than Oregairu. I mean, it has a more complex world, a stunning plot, and a great ending just to name the best of the best aspects of the show. But all Oregairu has really going for it is the amazingly deep character developments and dynamics. But I ended up enjoying Oregairu much more because it had this, as a lack of a better word, ring to it that I never quite felt before, and I spent the rest of the night just binging the series. I guess the point that I'm trying to make here is that although an anime could be seen as better than another show in a more statistical sense, it doesn't necessarily mean that this particular show is automatically better than another show. It's more about the individual. I think a 10 out of 10 anime, in my opinion, has to definitely stand its ground in a lot of technical aspects. But more importantly, the show has to have a certain feeling, a ring, if you will, that sets it apart from other anime. A feeling of impact, immersion, empathy, resonation. Just something that I can experience on a deeper level than on the surface. In the case of Steins Gate, I felt an amazingly large amount of immersion and empathy. And for Clannad After Story, it was the level of impact and resonation that the show brought. These feelings that I felt to these anime is what made these shows very interesting and thus bingeable. At least in my opinion. Other people may not need a certain ring to a show to let them binge it. They might have a completely different criteria or taste in anime. With everything being said, we need to answer the question of what does make an anime good? I think the conclusion I came up with to this question is that, strictly in my opinion, a good anime has to be well-rounded, but also has to have a ring or feeling to it that brings me closer to that show, and therefore gives me more enjoyment out of it. But I can't really give a complete answer, because the definition of a good anime can vary based on the taste of each individual. Different shows are enjoyed by different people, and there is no sort of undeniably and objectively good anime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you loved it, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to be notified on all upcoming videos, ring that bell. See you guys in the next one. Peace.